Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Howard Company's Branding, Science, and Technology podcast. My name is Brian Ward. Today I'm joined by Spencer, my marketing colleague here at the company. And today we have an exciting announcement for National Drive-Thru Day. National Drive-Thru Day is July 24th. It's a Thursday, so coming up here next month. And we have a little contest to share. And, the stakes are who has the best drive-thru of 2025. We'll kind of dive into some of the details of this contest, but just to give you an idea of what to expect, it is open all the way up until about a week before, July 18th. So kind of diving into what it is, Spencer, can you kind of explain what this contest is? How do people join the National Drive-Thru Day contest?
Yeah, so we actually have a webpage live on our website right now, and you can find the link either in the description or our emails. And on that page, we're going to kind of explain a little bit more what this day is in writing. And also, at the same time, we're going to have a form at the bottom of the page, and that's how you're going to enter the contest. So we're going to have a few questions on that form. Some questions include like the percentage of your business that is through your drive-thru. So whether that's 25, 50%, I mean, for some places 100%.
Yeah.
That's going to be some of the questions. There's going to be order turnaround time. Some other questions are going to be like tech features. What's included in your drive-thru? Do you have order confirmation systems? Do you have voice AI integration in the drive-thru? So we're going to have different kind of questions of that nature. But also we're going to ask for an image of your drive-thru. And so if you want to have fun with it, you could invite your team out and you could have your team with the drive-thru, or you could just take a picture of your drive-thru as it is. So that's going to be some of the first questions we ask, but we're also going to ask some more kind of fun brand-related questions, such as what is your most popular item in your drive-thru, or telling us more about like the loyal customers that really make your brand and make your business more than just a business.
So I know that you worked at a coffee shop before this that had a drive-thru. Do you remember your most popular items sold in the drive-thru?
So believe it or not, it wasn't coffee. Well, there was always coffee included, but specifically it was a breakfast sandwich with bacon, cheese, mayo on a bun. And it was incredibly popular, and I might say incredibly delicious, but I also just...
Yeah, we work with a lot of different food types, but not only restaurants, convenience stores. This is open to any type of business. So it'll be interesting to see what other coffee shops say, but also, depending on their market, what their most popular food item is. So I'm excited about that question. And then as far as the prize of this, because everybody just wants a prize. Yeah. They don't want to just opt in and get nothing out of it. What can people expect to get in return from entering this contest?
Well, probably the top prize is bragging rights as the best drive-thru of 2025, but we're also going to have a physical prize that will be announced on July 24th, the day of National Drive-Thru Day, as well. But also, just in general, win or lose, I think this is a great opportunity because we're going to promote your brand regardless. Yep. So whether that's through social media,
our emails that go out, we're going to put together a collage of all the photos we receive. And then the reason why we ask these questions in the form is to just get a gauge of how people are best utilizing their drive-thru. And as the industry experts, figure out how we can continue to move forward in the drive-thru space, make it better for you all, come out with, improving solutions, better solutions, and how we can keep moving forward and make drive-thru's great, and National Drive-Thru Day, always a celebration. So as far as how we choose a winner, as the drive-thru experts, we're going to look at all the submissions, look at the images, look at how your business is doing with drive-thru, and kind of get a gauge of which drive-thru stands out the most. So it'll be entirely in a collective process among our team of how we go through the voting process, but it'll be fun. But like Spencer said, don't get too down if you happen to not win this year, because we will definitely be promoting your brand for free across our entire network. So awesome. So any other thoughts for National Drive-Thru Day?
I'm excited. Best day of the year.
Yeah. May the best drive-thru win. Again, we're opening it up right now all the way up until July 18th. That's a Friday. So just get it in by the end of July 18th. All the submission details for images and whatnot are within that form. And then on July 24th, when we announce the winner, which is National Drive-Thru Day, we will announce the winner and that physical prize on an episode of Branding, Signage, and Technology podcast. So we're looking forward to that. And yeah, again, it's one of our favorite days of the year here at the Howard Company. So again, every episode I've kind of ended the podcast with a fun get to know our team type question. And this is Spencer's first time on the podcast. And I typically try and gauge a question that interests them and get to know them more. So I know Spencer is a huge theme park fanatic, loves roller coasters, the whole 9 yards. What I'd be interested to know is what makes a good theme park?
That's a great question. So to me, what makes a great theme park is a cohesive story throughout the entire park, not just an attraction, not just a land. So you think about a Six Flags roller coaster. That's just one attraction. But when you think about a theme park and what makes a great theme park, it's a cohesive theme. So my favorite theme park is Animal Kingdom down in Florida. And the cohesive theme about that is preservation of nature and kind of living in unity with your surroundings and the animals. And that is showcased in all of the lands through Asia, Africa. They even added intellectual property into it, but they tied the theme together. So to me, a theme park is a cohesive experience, whether you are entering the park, whether you are eating at a restaurant in a different area of the park, or riding the rides. You will always feel the theme, not just in one single area, because that could just be a strip mall attraction or something of that nature. So I think that's what makes a great theme park.
So is there a difference between a theme park and amusement park?
There is. A theme has to have a story. So you think about a regional park, it might have some fair attractions, some rides. They might have a name like Whirlwind or whatever it is. But if there's no story, if there's no overarching theme, then it would not be a theme park. So a theme park would be, say the story would be Drive-Thru. Every attraction would have something to do with a Drive-Thru. So you may be on a roller coaster and the Drive-Thru digital menu board launches you or something of that nature. But it would have to have this overarching theme throughout all of it. It can't just be a collection of eclectic rides with no story.
What's the favorite ride you've ever been on?
It's too hard of a question. No. My favorite ride I've ever been on, oh goodness. It might have to be, this is kind of a wild one, but Spaceship Earth at Epcot. It's about the history of communication, and I think it just does the best job at portraying what it means to be a dark ride, and also kind of the idea of Epcot, of innovation and teaching people to dream again. And it kind of gives that throughout the story, telling the story of communication all the way from like stone writing in walls all the way to the computers and texting, and it's just a wonderful attraction. And I think it's everything what it means to be inspired by art and themes.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Very interesting. Well, thank you for joining me and explaining what National Drive-Thru Day is and what our contest is this year. And just one other detail, this is our first annual contest for this, so we're going to keep it going, but even more props for the first brand and location that wins this. So please, we encourage you to join the contest. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. And as Spencer said, the link is below and it will be throughout all of our emails. So thank you, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah, see you soon.